What's up everybody, Royal Knight here, and in this video I'm gonna share with you the most realistic Berserker build in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We are gonna run over every piece of armor, weapons and runes, as well as skills and abilities you should use for this build. But before we start, we all know that we probably don't have same idea on how a Berserker should look like, which weapons should he use, and what's the most realistic playstyle for a Berserker. So I want you to share your opinion about that in the comment section down below. A like on the video will be as always very appreciated, and let's go into the build. From my experience I had with Berserkers in many games in the past 15 years, they should be very light armored or even no armor. They have a great agility and they are supposed to spread the fear on the battlefield with their beast heads as a helmet and their skills of rage, sometimes with big and sometimes with small axes. Those fearless warriors are simply fast, have great attack skills and no or almost no armor. Now let's implement all this into Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Ubisoft recently released an update which allows us to change appearances of every equipment in the game, what helps everyone massively to create a unique build. So thank you Ubisoft for that. In order to make Eivor be like a Berserker, we need a light armor. In this case I used complete Mentor's armor set with a perk to increase attack after every critical hit up to 5 times for up to plus 20 attack and additional increase to speed for plus 10 for the duration of 35 seconds. In the diamond rune slot on the chest piece I am using Brigantine rune for additional plus 3 speed when surrounded by 3 enemies, plus 6 when surrounded by 4 and plus 9 when surrounded by 5 or more enemies, with 2 great feeder runes and another 3 on the Mentor's cloak in order to boost up the stamina. On the rest 3 pieces of armor I am using 9 great warrior runes for the increase of melee damage for plus 18, and I hit every piece of armor instead of mask and pants, of which I changed appearance to the Berserker bear helm and Berserker pants because of the fur they have. Like I said, I imagine a Berserker with big or small axes, so in this case I am using 2 one-handed axes, and those are Raider Axe in the right hand with a perk to increase heavy damage for plus 35 after 6 light attacks, a Diamond Light Momentum rune for plus 15 light damage after a heavy finisher, 1 great rune of Agility for plus 5 light damage, and 1 great rune of Force for plus 5 heavy damage. In the left hand I am wearing Huskar's axe with a perk to increase attack after each hit. It stacks up to 10 times for up to plus 15 attack. A Diamond Overwhelmed Death rune which increases your critical chance for plus 3.3 when surrounded by 3 enemies, plus 6.7 when surrounded by 4 and plus 10 when surrounded by 5 or more enemies, and 2 great runes of Rage for plus 8 attack. The appearance of Raider Axe I changed on Superior as well as Huskarl's Axe for the most realistic look. From bows I am using Viper Bow with a perk to increase critical chance after each hit. It stacks up to 10 times for the bonus of plus 30 critical chance for 2 seconds. A Diamond Light Deft rune for plus 14 critical chance once your weight is under 55, and 2 great runes of Finesse for additional plus 6.6 critical chance. Of course the Berserkers are not known as the warriors who used bows, so I've hidden the bow in order to be a legit Berserker. Now a quick tip before we move to the skills and abilities regarding to the stats is that you always need to look in your stats when you are using many perks or runes for one type of stats, cause sometimes there is a limit you can go with one stat, and it can very easily happen that you get weaker effect of some boosts or even no effect. In this build there is no loss of any boost But in this video right here, where I am sharing the fastest build in the game, I explain more about the speed limit. I'll put the link in the description down below, and I'll also link it on the end screen of this video, so definitely check it out if you want to find out more. Now let's go into the skills and abilities I'm using for this build. Most of you already have 400 plus power, so you have all skills unlocked just like me. But I still want to single out 5 skills that makes a berserker be a berserker. This is of course only my opinion, so if you have some other, you can share them with us in the comment section. Let's start with the warrior skill tree. First skill in this skill tree is stomp. It helps a lot on the battlefield when you can just kill fallen enemy with a stomp in the face, and since the berserkers are also known as aggressive warriors, this is the right skill for them. Second one is the warrior takedown. By killing an enemy with a heavy attack from behind while undetected, you get all your adrenaline bars filled out, so you can start every fight with full adrenaline. The next one is terror. This skill covers weak enemies in fear after you kill an enemy with a stun finisher. Let's be honest, this is a perfect skill for a fearless berserker full of rage and adrenaline. There is one more skill in the warrior skill tree that fits to a berserker. The fearless leaper is a skill I am using so often with this build. It's almost the same like the dive of the Valkyries, only that you need to be above your enemies in order to be able to attack him this way. And the last one would be sprint attack, and probably the most realistic skill for a berserker because of his agility and courage. The effect of those skills are amazing, but what about abilities? Well, here are some I'm holding for the most suitable to the berserker. From the ranged abilities I'm using Berserker Trap, that's actually very fun to use and watch how enemies fight each other. X Blizzard, cause it's well known that every Viking has a great skill in throwing axes. Man's best friend as a part of the Berserker's family, and the Raven Distraction, cause any other ability would be far away from a Berserker. From the melee abilities I'm using Rage of Helheim, and just like the name says, it's about a pure rage, equal to the Berserker. Battle Cry for the fearless Viking warrior, Dive of the Valkyries, and another X-throwing ability for the maximum appearance of a Berserker. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Let me know if there is anything you will change in this build, and see you the next one.